Kingston and his crew came out next, and Kingston was accompanied to the ring by Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. He ultimately had a match against Matt Sydal. Before we get into the match, guys, what are you expecting out of Eddie Kingston going forward here? I know that we only have one more week till Full Gear. Do you feel like the match itself, SPD, against Matt Sydal, as Kingston said, he wanted Moxley to watch at home. Do you think that the message sent by Kingston was emphatic? Did he put Sydal down and sort of the post-match beatdown? What were your takeaways from that?
I'm like a loss for words with Eddie Kingston because since his debut, he has been pure dynamite, and he knows how to sell a match. Oh my gosh. So when was it? Like a month ago when he last minute filled in for, when he first fought Mox, like there was no build to that match, but even with this, like this was, not necessarily, it wasn't a jobber. Sydal is an awesome in-ring performer, but then he made the match matter, and then the post-match, it made it mattered even more. So he's just incredible at building matches.
Right. I got to say, SPD, that's a great point by you because, going into this match, it could have just been like one of those like, oh, okay, Eddie Kingston against some random guy. We all kind of know Kingston's got a world title match. He's more than likely going to win this one, right? But it was really great promo work by Kingston before the match to kind of remind all of us, this is a guy who was the Joker who kind of tried to come in and steal the spotlight at the Battle Royal, right? And it really it gave Eddie Kingston a character motivation to want to beat down Sydal, and that's all we want, right? That's all we want as a fan is to want these guys to care, to be able to follow like where they're coming from, to get inside the character's mind. And Kingston does that like nobody's business. He puts his mind out there for the fans to really soak up. It's starting to sound like anything that Eddie Kingston is associated with is going to be an elite out of this crew. SPD, is this one getting an elite from you?
So the match itself, overall, I mean, I would rate it like a junior elite if I could. but
okay, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
I'm not
yet,
letting that slide.
I'm not. I wasn't wowed by the match. Kingston's chops are brutal, and then Sydal, I mean, it's no secret he's amazing, high flyer, great, submission, and he's a great in-ring performer. I would love to see more of him, as we've seen him on Dark a few times. But the match itself wasn't amazing, but the overall pre-match, post-match storyline, hook, line, and sinker, and on the edge, and where's Moxley? Where's the champ at? He's at home. He's at home. He's at home. He said that stuff before, but still it hits home, and it makes you want to root for this bad guy, essentially. Like, he's here performing. Where's the champ? So to me, it's an elite.
All right.
And for that.
Yeah. I mean, Eddie Kingston, for me, has so much goodwill built up and credit. He could literally go out there and take a nap for the 20-minute time limit, and I'd be like, this is awesome. I'm so into this guy. It's like next level. I don't care, like, if people say, like, he's not, like, a great in-ring performer. I don't care. Like, I don't even care. He can go – he gives, like, hard noogies, and I'm, like, way more into it than some guys doing triple backflips, right? And that just tells you, like, how good of a storyteller he is. And then, Mike, piggybacking off what you said like his character, like getting inside his head, right?
Yeah.
My favorite part about that point you made is he did it even with the cameraman trying to get in the ring. He always is like he's against everybody, and he thinks he's like he's like a junkyard dog, like protecting his like yard, and I love that. And he never wavers. It's like that everywhere. It's like family, protect my zone. You're the enemy. I don't know. He reminds me of like Mike Tyson or like combat sports guys like the Diaz brothers, where they find a way to like always let you know why they hate their opponent, and sometimes it's like made up, which is interesting.
Zepp, I'm not gonna I mean, you nailed it, man. I mean, I really think that like one of the things that goes a long way is that he lives and breathes the character. You feel like it's authentic, you feel like it's genuine, and it's coming from a place of you can start to see where this resentment and this animosity and this bitterness it's starting to take hold of him as a person, right? Like he's like you said, he's got that junkyard dog mentality where he's had to fight his whole life just to get here, right? And so he ain't gonna let anybody take away from his shine. Nobody's gonna get interfere with what he and his family have fought for. I think his character work has been second to none. It's not surprising that he's gaining such a groundswell support on social media. There's so many fans that are starting to come around to, wow, this guy really knows what he's doing. And what I like about him, and it's something that you mentioned, Zepp, I'm just going to emphasize it again for the fans. What I love about this guy is he's not the most impressive in-ring performer. He doesn't have the body of a Wardlow. He doesn't have the acrobatics of a Ray Phoenix. This is a dude who's just, you could see like walking out of like a bar. Walking out of a bar and just getting into a fight with somebody, right? He's just like somebody looks at him the wrong way or steps on his shoes and he's going to want to beat the shit out of him, right? He's just got that like that nasty edge to him, but he's a grimy, like even just like his moves in the ring, he's not doing these like crazy over the top feats of strength or anything like that. It's just a fight. And sometimes that's all we want to see. Sometimes a punch, or like you said, a headlock is more emphatic than a backflip, a moonsault off the top rope, right? So, no, I think that the only thing that I will say to counter you guys was I was surprised at how much offense Matt Sydal got in this match. I understand that he's been established. He's been a well-known performer around the world. A lot of fans are familiar with him. Yeah. But I was surprised with how hard of a time he gave Kingston in the ring, given we're only like a week and a half away from Full Gear. I was a little taken aback by that. That said, it wasn't enough for me to give it a delete. I think that Kingston's ring work and mic work was phenomenal. The post-match beatdown of Sydal, where he locked in the bulldog choke and kind of sent that message that – because I was kind of taking – like, before the match, Kingston was saying – this is going to be a message to Moxley. I hope Moxley's watching at home. And I'm like, man, he's struggling to put Sydal away. This is not that big of a message to him. But that post-match beatdown and the chokeout that he gave him certainly did leave a lasting impression on me. And I have a feeling that's what people are going to be talking about going out of this match.
Real quick, so now we're on the topic. In a quick 30 seconds or less, who wins and why?
Oh, geez.
We'll dig on it more deeper later, but who wins and why off your cuff?
We're a week and a half away, so I know we'll talk more about it after next week's Dynamite, the go-home show. That said, man, I've been predicting Moxley to lose the title for a few matches now, right? I thought that MJF was going to beat him. I certainly was all in on Lance Archer beating him. So I guess I might as well continue to bet against him, and eventually I'll be right. So I'm going to say Kingston wins this one. It's just hard to picture him quitting. So I'll leave it succinctly. We'll talk more about it next week, but I'm going to go with Kingston.
I got Mox. I think Mox and Omega are going to have a repeat of some past storylines. That's what I envision. But
yeah, I mean, obviously my heart wants Kingston for many reasons because we're just rooting for this guy who is, essentially dumps to pay-per-view main event, which is an amazing story alone. But I can't see Mox losing, and I would prefer Kenny and Mox. That's more of the PR and type of TNT type of headliners. Eddie Kingston is not your.
That's got star power for sure.
Which is the only thing hurting Kingston, but clearly AEW loves him and the AEW fans love him. And here at Dynamite Download, we love him.
For sure.
But it's going to be a great fought battle for sure.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.